Let's say that you're launching something new. You've got reach stats, engagement data, and maybe even some campaign spend. But instead of digging through spreadsheets and manually building charts, what if you could just type a prompt and get a clean, presentation-ready chart? Today, I'm using Vengage's AI chart generator to turn 3 types of marketing data into a single polished dashboard slide. It's built for launch reporting, but this same workflow could work for internal updates, investor decks, or client reports. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. We are going to go to venngage.com, and what we're going to do here is go to charts, and then we're going to stay here on auto because Venngage will automatically detect which chart is best for our use case, okay? So we're going to be doing 3 separate charts today, all themed around a social launch. We'll be tracking awareness via weekly reach, engagement via likes, comments, shares, and saves, and then finally, efficiency via ad spends versus clicks. Each of these will be its own prompt and chart, then we'll combine them on one slide so that they're easy to comprehend. Okay, so for my first chart, we're going to be focusing on awareness. So my first prompt will be create a chart about weekly reach for the last 12 weeks across Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, X, and LinkedIn, highlight the launch week. I'm going to click generate chart, and then Venngage will begin generating my design. And as you can see, it automatically detected which chart is best for this. So it's generating us a line chart. Okay, so we got our chart back. And as you can see, it built us a really clean line graph that shows how our visibility changed leading into launch. We got labeled weeks, platform trends, and we can also tweak the styling if needed by just clicking customize up here. So this looks great to me. I'm going to go to customize so that I can download it as a PNG, and then I can add it to a slide later on so that I can compile all of the charts that we're making today. I'm going to keep this tab open and then go back to Venngage. I'm going to go to auto, remove this prompt, and then go back to charts, stay on auto. And then for my next prompt, I'm going to create a chart about engagements, likes, comments, shares, saves by platform during launch week, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, X, LinkedIn. I'm going to click generate chart once again. And the goal here is looking at how people actually interacted. So you can see that Venngage is creating us a bar chart. This is the most accurate way to show this data. Okay, so we got our design back. We have engagements by platform during launch week, and then we have this really nice bar chart. This is comparing how each platform performed during that key week. This is really helpful when stakeholders ask, where did we get the most traction? So we're going to save this as chart 2. And then once again, I'm going to keep this same tab open and then go back to the homepage. Okay, so I saved that. Let's go back. We're going to remove this, and then we're going to go back to auto. And while I'm doing this, I'm just switching in between so that it recognizes that I don't want to create another bar chart. So for my next prompt, and the final one, is going to be ad spend per campaign versus website clicks per campaign during launch, campaigns A through H. So I'm going to generate this chart. Okay, awesome. And then now we see that we're going to be getting a scatter plot from this. So this generates a scatter plot showing which campaigns were worth it and which ones burned money. If you don't have spend data, you can swap the prompt to engagement rate percentage versus link clicks by post during launch week. So this looks really good. We have a nice scatter plot. Going to customize this once again. Okay, so now that we've created all 3 of our charts, I'm going to show you just a little bit how you can customize to be their own. So as you can see, we have website clicks per campaign, and then we also have our ad spend per campaign. If I click into this, I can edit this chart and I can import my own data, or you can auto scaffold. So as you can see, it pulled its own data here, and then I could go in and edit it this way. But I'm going to import my own data in this one. I just have a simple CSV. And then as you can see, everything matched. So I have my ad spend and my website clicks, and then the scatter plot changed a little bit. So it's super easy to edit these. You can also change any of the setups. So if you wanted to change any of the grid lines, we can change colors, the axes, you can rename these. You can also change the labels. You can also change the text style, super customizable. So what I'm going to do to all 3 of these charts real quick is just apply my brand kit. I'm just using Gumroad as an example, and I'm going to apply these palettes so that they all match in our final presentation. So I'm just going to apply this. That looks good. So I'm going to download these final ones, these updated ones, just as a PNG. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the same to the rest. So this is my social media reach analysis. I'm going to apply this palette. That looks great. We will save this. I can remove a couple things. It doesn't really matter because I will be cropping them. So let's download this as a PNG. Amazing. And then let's go to our engagements by platform, apply the same brand kit. Let's find a light one. That looks good. Then I can download this one too. Okay, so now that all of our charts are good and they're ready to be presented, what we're gonna do is go to templates. And then as you can see, there are a bunch of categories here. They have infographics, presentations, diagrams, reports, business cards, newsletters. And if you've seen any of the other videos on this channel, we have tons of videos over those. So make sure to check those out. But we're gonna be focusing on charts. So I can go through these. We have bar, line, stacked, histogram, funnel. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna actually choose this one since it has a couple different charts so that I can easily import those other ones. So all you have to do is click it, start editing, and then you get brought into the editor once more. So now to make this look good, I'm going to rename this to Social Launch Report. And then what I'm gonna do is actually delete these charts in here. And I'm going to import the charts that I just saved. So if I go to images here, I can upload the 3 images that I just created. I can open those, and then I can apply them to this template. So let's start with this one. We have our 12-week social media reach analysis. I'm going to crop this so that we can just see the chart. And I'm also going to keep these here because I think they look good. Can bring in the sides a little. Okay, so we have our first chart here. And then let's go ahead and add the engagements by platform. That looks good. And then finally, our scatter plot, which is our ad spend versus website clicks. So as you can see, well, let's actually move this one down here since this is a little wider and we only have 3. Bring this text forward, and then we can delete this one here. So now we want to customize this and make it more appealing, right? Maybe some explanations on what each chart is. So I can go to text, and I can add a paragraph. And what I'm going to do here, this is going to be for my engagement chart. I'm going to go to improve text, blurb about a bar chart, and then I'm just going to paste that prompt that I used to be able to generate that chart. I'm going to replace this section, and then we got a really nice write-up on what this bar chart is. And then I can also rename this label to engagements by platform during launch week. So we'll put this here. We can make this a little larger. Maybe we move everything to the side. And then we have our text here. And then for these other charts, we're going to do the exact same thing. So add another paragraph. I'll go to improve text, write a short blurb. I'll paste my prompt. I can make this a little bit smaller. And then I'm going to change this title to 12-week social media reach analysis. And then we'll do the same for this. I'm just going to copy and paste this over here. I'm going to go to improve text, write a short blurb, paste my prompt, replace section. I can make this a little bit smaller as well. Ad spend versus website clicks. Then I'm going to make this text match engagements by platform. Okay, so this looks great. What we're going to do is go ahead and apply the same brand kit to this report as well. And what we can do is actually replace this logo with our Gumroad one. We can move these socials over here, fix this text, and then we have our report. So this looks amazing. Just a few finishing things that we can do. If we go to AI tools, we can go to design feedback, and the AI is going to examine our report and give us any feedback on visual hierarchy, on spacing and alignment, and so on. Okay, so we got some feedback back. We have improved graph readability for better data comprehension, remove background clutter of the engagements by platform chart, which is just that image there, synchronize platform order in chart description and chart, and then it gives you a really nice explanation for each. So this is very helpful. If you're not that confident in your design skills, you can go and reference this. You can also rescan the design after you change things and then get more feedback. And then finally, the last thing that we can do is run accessibility. So if we go to File, Accessibility, check accessibility, we can go ahead and check our design, and then it'll come up with any of the issues detected. For example, We have text size, so a couple of our text is too small. We don't have alternative text. Some headings need review, and then it'll go and point out all of those. And then it gives you the best practices here. So you can go in and make all of these adjustments and make sure that every presentation that you put out is accessible to everybody. So once you've done those final touches, the last thing to do is download it. You can export it as a PDF or an image, or another thing you can do is go to File and then save this as a template so that you can reuse it for next month's reporting or next year's reporting. So let's just preview this, and then we have our amazing chart. So that's basically it. We have 3 charts in 1 slide, fully polished. If you're still doing launch recaps in Google Sheets or spending hours in Excel, this is your sign to stop. Vengage's AI chart generator lets you go from raw data to execute-ready visuals in just minutes. Links in the description if you want to try it for yourself. It's free. And if you found this helpful, make sure you hit like and subscribe to the Makers Thrive channel. I'll be back next week with another AI design tutorial. See you in the next one.